All right, there we go. Hey everybody, happy Thursday here. Hope you guys all had a good day today. It's been a busy day, I'm pretty sure, for everybody because we all want to enjoy our weekend here, but we got one more day left, Oh, and as always, Loki says hello. You can here move it that way. You guys might be able to see past my green screen, but Loki, come and say hi. All right, well, he gave me a smack, so that's something. Move it back over here. Let me get out of my normal position. There we go. And Loki gets a free treat to start off the stream. He's been having a bunch of energy today. Okay. So, like I said, everybody, happy Thursday. Hope you guys have all been having a good week so far. It's been definitely pretty volatile here, especially with yesterday us talking a lot about the Jerome Powell, federal rate hikes and all that stuff going on. This morning, the Bank of England, I think, raised rates by 50 basis points as well. So that kind of helped out the dollar too. So we've been seeing a lot of stuff here. So today I thought we would take a little bit of a time to kind of talk a little bit more about some of these longer term trends that we always look at. That could be for Bitcoin, the NASDAQ, and just kind of see where we currently are. A little bit of an update. My mom is going into surgery tomorrow, so I'm not entirely sure if I'm streaming or not, but I think I will, but maybe just around 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock, maybe this normal time, but I'll figure it out. But my mom is at the hospital right now getting prepped for everything. So if she calls, I'll take like a 30-second break to say hello or a minute break to say hello to her, but I just talked to her before the stream, so hopefully it doesn't come up. But yeah, so a little bit of an update there. Saturday, I will be streaming as well. Sunday, I will not be streaming because I'm heading off to Vegas. Next Tuesday or Monday, it depends on when I get it finished this weekend. For you members out there, I will be having the first intro part of the course done for you guys. It is going to be a rough draft pretty much, but it will be going over basically the overview of the course, a little introduction about myself, nothing too crazy there. And then the basics of what are stocks and what are cryptocurrencies, and then what are options, okay? And then from there, it's not how to trade them, it's just what they are and how to understand like the financial statements behind them and some of the fundamental stuff. And then, a few weeks from now, I'll have the next set up and then, keep on going from then and there. And then I'll start to add that slowly onto the platform I'm going to sell it on for the full course later on, with everything all polished up. And we should all be good from there. So hope you guys are all having a pretty good day. Hey, Jonathan, Bobby, Chill, Haram, Bideford. Hope you guys are doing very, very well in first name. Let's see right here. Hey, bro. Everything's going pretty well. I mean, my mom's going into surgery tomorrow. I'm kind of worried about it, but it's not like it's a crazy threatening surgery. It's kind of like fix up her heart a little bit, I guess. But I am always a little bit worried when it comes to surgery in the first place. And hey, Bideford, good evening. Thank you for the prayers. I know she appreciates it. What do you call? I helped her pack all of last night, which is one of the reasons I wasn't streaming. I went over to her place and I gave her like extension cords, extra like real good pillows, solid blanket for her to use. So she's doing fine in the hospital. She's doing fine in the hospital right now. She just arrived about 4 hours ago, and she just got a room. So it definitely takes a little bit of time at the hospitals there. But she'll be getting to surgery tomorrow, and hopefully she'll be back home tomorrow. But the way it usually goes with them is they might keep her for one day over because they have to control her warfarin levels or stuff like that. So we'll see. But I appreciate the good wishes, guys. So as far as Bitcoin's concerned, we talked about this a little bit ago. Let me just zoom out here. This over here is back of May of 2022. We're almost there now. And you can see back over here, this is back from June, back when we had that first initial crash. Stimulus money kind of gave us a round 2 on this one, which I think everybody enjoyed because then we got this beautiful head and shoulders that played out, but we also got another all-time high here around $69,000, okay? All right, so now we're starting to peek back into that zone here, which many like me didn't believe we were going to get back here. The fact that crypto is kind of under siege right now and still going strong really shows us its resilience. Although I have to say, I still expect it to come down, but I'm still dollar cost averaging in case I'm wrong here. Now, you can see back in time here, if I just go back over here, this is the zone. From the lows we experienced that summer, back up here to a little bit, and again, kind of talking about what we've been through over here from last May, even kind of the first dip that we had back over here in January of 2022 when things were looking a little bit more dire before we had a few months of consolidation. Now, besides this little dump that we had right here, it almost feels like we're in the midst of a gigantic shoulder right here. And then we got the head and maybe another shoulder right here. Then we break down. That's the bearish case, I would say, for right now. We could always just have your simple, breakdowns like that, breakdown like that. I'm not really concerned about those until they actually happen. But for any large shorts that I'm going to be looking at, I really want to see us actually kind of go down a little bit more. I want to see some type of pattern that would be looking a little bit nicer. I don't want to see some type of aggressive line like that. I don't really want to be shorting that right now. If you guys are kind of more zone shorters, you guys want to start going into a short, right now would probably be that time for you guys to enter in there. Even knowing that Bitcoin may be able to get up to 31,000, you guys would still be doing your intro short here if you did want to do something like that. For me, I'm patiently watching. You guys can see here on the 2-hour chart, we're hitting a level of resistance right now. That's plain to see. But as I see it right now, again, what did we talk about the other day? I think it was not yesterday, because I wasn't able to stream yesterday night. I was only able to stream. No, it was yesterday during the data coming out. The daily. The Nasdaq did break out, right? It decided to break back down, unfortunately, but it's still hovering around that Fibonacci extension resistance level here. So we're still in a good spot. We are at the higher levels here, so it's kind of more risky to buy unless you guys are looking to do something of a swing trade off of another, like a specific technical, like an Apple breaking out, etc. Right? So we can go over here, look at Apple very fast, which kind of guides the Nasdaq at this point, right? This also had the breakout. It did try to pump up yesterday, but ultimately it still failed to get above that Fibonacci level. So right now, it feels like the market wants to go up still. We're still in kind of a bullish state here, but do you mean? I think part of what's going on here is nobody wants to be left behind, right? Nobody wants to be left behind and miss out on this like gravy train that could be approaching. But there are still people out there who are saying, well, whoa, the economy doesn't warrant this type of move, right? The economy doesn't warrant this right now. And I think you're starting to see people that have been buying over here and over here also start to shave off of some of their positions. Not sell off everything, because that leads to, big drops, but just shaving some off, and that's being moved over to other types of hedge funds out there. I was talking with a friend yesterday. He works for a hedge fund over in New York, and he says one of his firms, can't really explain more, but like they're shaving off some of their more aggressive plays from the year because everything has gone up so much, and they're happy to take that profit and lock it in there and look for more opportunities down the road. Because for me, guys, I can't justify Bitcoin and all these other all these other stocks, or stocks in general, being at these valuations right now. Like the economy is still shit. Now, is it like a recession type shit? No, it's just bad. So, at the same time, guys, this is why I'd be looking to see if there's any more weakness here. We did have one of those change of characters. I don't know if I can pull it up here. On the a while ago, that ended up coming back down here. On the 4-hour chart, depending on which one you use, you guys will have a change of character maybe right here on this big old dip. I didn't pay it any mind right now just because of the volatility that was ensued because of the rate hikes here. But if we do start coming back down a little bit more, we have a death cross here on the 4-hour chart. I may be myself open up to do some more shorts, probably back down here to $24,000 or so, which would be a pretty significant drop from like $28,000, right? $4,000 drop. But that last change of character right there was a pretty nice boom. And so far we're looking pretty good here. All right, so there we go. Oh, and just so I don't forget, this channel is being sponsored right now by Chart Prime. So if you guys want to, give them a look down in the description. They have a great platform, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm using their products right now. So, right now, guys, it's just a wait and see game. I'm only doing day trades at this point, and I didn't even do any day trades today with cryptocurrency because I didn't see anything good. This is the 4-hour chart. Let me just go to the 15-hour chart. When I woke up this morning, there was that big pump. I didn't trade that. Didn't trade that at all. Nothing really interested me too much there because, I'm looking for more of a downward move here because, again, we're at a big level of resistance. I don't want to buy into resistance right now. Although that was a pretty nice move here, but I'm still doing some day trading here. If you guys want to day trade, I would say SPY and stuff like that has been doing okay. You got your simple breakdowns like that. But go over here to the 5. You can do some stuff like that, find the bottoms. But even today wasn't that good here. Let's see. No, slight breakdown there. Slight breakdown there. But that wasn't good. Actually, no, SPY wasn't even that good today. Now, this is more of what I'm looking at, those simple breakouts that kind of have a little bit more pop. Looks like right now we just got a little bit ugly towards the end of the day. It kind of sucks to have no pattern, though. The Dow Jones, yeah, having a similar move. Let me go over here to Finviz very fast, guys. Oh, not Din. Fin. There you go. Yeah, they really did all just have this weird little end of the day, didn't they? At least NVIDIA looks like some of the tech places were up. Tesla was up a little bit. Financials are still having issues. There still is a problem, everybody, about the banks. People don't trust the banks still, it looks like. So that could be an issue for us down the road. But at this point, I think the big move today with the banks was mostly because Janet Yellen was trying to backtrack some of her previous statements about giving all the banks, insurance when they don't qualify for it, the $250,000 and stuff like that. I think they kind of realized how crazy that sounded. They just backed it up just a teeny bit here. The other thing I wanted to explain with you guys right now is, oops, click that too soon. For those of you guys that are in crypto or stuff like that, there was a Wells notice sent over to Coinbase. I don't know what the impact is going to be right now, but I do know crypto exchanges right now are coming under attack. And I'm not talking just about the Binances. I'm talking about Coinbase, and I'm talking about Kraken. If you guys don't know, Kraken is probably the gold standard of what you might expect an exchange to do if they want to follow American regulations. Like, they are the standard of what you should be doing. Everything by the book, everything back to 1-to-1, everything is like as steady as you can be. However, like, they are still getting attacked by the SEC, and instead, I learned this actually last night at an event I was at later in the night. Even though they've done everything right, the SEC is still going after them, and they're now Kraken is now turning off ACH transfer. So that means you can't send your cash from your app over to your bank account, which is make things a lot harder. And then I don't know about you guys, but I tend to move my cash through Coinbase, right? And so I'm worried that if Coinbase is getting this Wells notice here, I might as well bring up the article, I guess. Coinbase Wells. I was talking to a lawyer last night that was like really in depth in these rules, and it's happy to see that even the lawyers understand that the SEC is just being incredibly stupid. The FDIC was being fine with Silicon Valley Bank, but the SEC is just an idiot, according to a lot of the lawyers I spoke to yesterday, or a couple. I only talked to 2 lawyers yesterday. All right, so let's go over here. We can just look at the routers one, I guess. Right here. U.S. SEC threatens to sue Coinbase over some crypto products. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission has threatened to sue Coinbase Global over some crypto exchanges products, turning up the heat on a largely unregulated sector. Shares of Coinbase dropped nearly 13% in extended trading after the company said on Wednesday that the regulator had issued it a Wells notice, a formal declaration that SEC staff intended to recommend an enforcement action. Okay. Now, I don't have to go much more deeper into that, but you guys know that Coinbase has asked them, which coins on our platform do you think are securities so we can get this fixed up? And the SEC did not give them any answer to this. So they're going to go up to court. This is going to be a huge battle. But just a reminder for all of you guys, even though crypto is this unknown realm and there's a lot of money to be made if you guys just hunker down and hold your assets, I am still going to say that, like, always try to find some way for you to move those assets back into cash form so you can actually spend it, right? Like, I hold a lot of Bitcoin. I'm a little bit more enthusiastic about Ethereum, I would say, in the long term, because it has a much lower market cap, and I think the product is better. But, I still want to be able to sell my Bitcoin, sell my Ethereum, and somehow use it as cash, like whether it be US dollar, Nicaraguan dollar, whatever I'm using it for, Chinese yuan, the euro, the pound, the ruble, rupee, whatever it's going to be. So if they're cracking down on that tiny little part of it, I just want you guys to make sure that you guys are always aware of a way to transfer your crypto and get it back into your personal bank account. Okay. I did get 2 pieces to review for you guys as far as wallets. I got 1 wallet so far, actually, from Material Bitcoin, and I thank them for that. I have been doing a little bit of recording with it so far as like me doing the unpackaging here. But I'm not going to have the video done until not next week, because I'll be in Vegas, but the week after that. So I will be starting to do some tutorials on wallets, how to add money onto the wallets and stuff like that. The wallet that they sent me was the Material Bitcoin wallet, which will be pretty fun to do. I showed it to my mother the other day, and it's like it is a hunker of a metal wallet. Steel. You can throw it, you can do whatever you want to, and nothing happens to it. It's pretty darn cool. But I'll save it for the review. So, but guys, yeah, there's some big shifts going on right now outside of just the technical analysis realm. So I wanted you guys to be aware of that, so you guys can have some type of plan in place to say, hey, what happens if Coinbase goes away as a way for me to transfer my dollars into back to my bank account? What's your backup plan from there, and what's your backup plan on top of that? And the more the SEC decides to crack down on all this, I think it's just the more you have to be aware that we may be seeing more, not devastating issues with the overall crypto realm, but more hindrances into our day-to-day crypto lives, if that makes sense, right? There's gonna be little blockades pushed up against us to try to make us not want to buy. I'm gonna keep on buying, but they are looking to try to make it a little bit more difficult on us, and I'm fine with it. I'm gonna be fine. But you guys can see that today, Coinbase did drop off that news here by again like 13% or so, 14% looks like right here. So keep an eye on it. It's still doing fairly well based off of all the big moves we've seen with Bitcoin. But again, keep your eye on what's happening on that side sector. I will try to give you guys news updates as I can. They'll probably be on stream. I don't think I'm going to do news updates anymore on this YouTube channel because nobody ever really watches them. So I think I'm going to do them not in long form, but in like 60-second short videos. I don't care how many people get views I get on those. And that'll let me explain what's going on here nice and easy. And there'll be less editing, less time on my part, so I can focus more on the course and just doing all those other tutorial type content for you guys, which the audience seems like more. But yeah, so that's kind of the stuff that's been going on so far today. So, or this week, really keep an eye on this Coinbase report here. And I'm really excited about Kraken more because Kraken does everything by the book. Kraken Exchange, news. There he goes. Kraken to suspend ACH deposits and withdrawals following Silvergate shutdown. The exchange says no other service will be affected by this change. Crypto exchange Kraken will suspend automated clearinghouse deposits and withdrawals starting March 27th. That is like 4 days from now, with the company looking for a new banking partner following the failure of Silvergate Bank. We know why Silvergate Bank was shut down, guys. It was the SEC that said you can no longer do this business here, okay? So I want you guys to all be prepared for those little bit of tidbits to probably keep on coming up over the next few months. And I think we'll be fine in the long term. But, make sure you guys have a plan because they're trying to stop you from even buying the crypto or having access to buy the crypto. So, take your time, have a plan out there. There's a bunch of businesses coming up that I think are going to be able to do it out here in America. But I'll probably try to schedule an interview with one of them if I can. There's one that's called like I forget the name of it. But it allows you to get your paycheck partially in crypto, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, so some of the news out there for the day, everybody. Hope you guys have all been doing good. And what's right here? And hey, Cape Cod Mama, hope you're doing well. What's right here? And hey, I am game. It is funny you say economy is still bad, but retail are not the ones buying this. No, this is a lot of institutional. This is definitely a lot of institutional buyers in right now. And this is what concerns me is this. So if you guys remember last year, when we were kind of in this kind of zone over here, 2022, I was explaining to you guys that what normally happens to start off a bull run is institutional investors come in here and pump it up quite a bit, and then they try to rely on everybody else to try to get it to that next level there, and they pump up as needed through certain points of extreme volatility, right? We start dumping off here, they pump it back up, keep us going. But then at the end, they're really the ones starting to sell off and cause some of these other ones, and we all start to play with themselves. But my point is right now they're trying to do that, and I just don't see why. Like I've been hearing a lot of that. I actually heard it on what you said on CNBC and Fox Business, and I think I haven't heard it on Bloomberg yet, but I'll probably hear it if I actually listen to Bloomberg a little bit more. About how many institutional investors are kind of pumping this up right now. Excuse me. But what's so curious to me right now is, again, we're seeing that same type of technical golden cross trying to approach, just like we did when it came to the 20 week and 50 weeks back in 2021, back in 2018, back in 2016. I might get the years messed up, but every time we had that big bull run, we had those golden crosses happening. And so, I'm still in the bearish camp here. And I guess, yeah, I still agree with you. The economy is shit. Or you saying I'm saying that? Yeah, I do think that. But that's why I'm still like, I believe the market, excuse me. I still believe the market is acting so irrational right now. But the trader in me will trade the irrationality of it just to make money. I just don't want to be like trying to go hold this for a long period of time. This is a very weird market that we're experiencing right now, and I've never seen anything like it. So I'm definitely taking this a little more cautious than other investors out there, I would say. It's fun to trade. You can have some fun out there, but I've only been trading a few different stocks out there, like the SPY, Apple, vodka stuff like that. And I've been doing like half an hour to 2 hour holds on options, and they've been doing perfectly fine for me. When I try to time this type of stuff with bank crises going on, you know what I mean? It doesn't make much sense for me to want to try to play that game right now. At least on the 15-minute chart here for Bitcoin, you can even see this like a sharp move down here, consolidating a little bit more. I mean, we're back up here towards resistance, at least a little bit. We still have some work to do, that's for sure. But, you know, at least we're still getting bought back up, which is kind of a nice thing. The more we kind of lag like this, though, the closer and closer we get to having some more death crosses here, which are not going to be fun for anybody. And you're already starting to see some of that weakness happen as far as Bitcoin's concerned. I would still expect... I would expect us to maybe try to break at least up to $30,000 perhaps, but I don't know if we're going to really have a big boost up here by the end of the week, because if I think this week is mostly going to go sideways until Sunday with a few bits of volatility here and there, unless the market does something crazy tomorrow. And then next week, it looks like we'll probably have a good finishing candle off here or to the weekly. And then from there, we can at least come back down a little bit more. I mean, I guess, or if you guys are more bullish, we're going to shoot back up to maybe 32,500 up to maybe 35,000. But man, I can't see us having that big of a pop off here in this type of economy. And I mean, and truly, unless it's institutional investors are just the ones that are going to try to pump this bad boy up during a bear market or during like a general bad environment, which would be insane. I would love to see it, but it would be so insane to kind of comprehend something like that happening right now. There you go. But as far as everything else is concerned now, you know, you do see Bitcoin up here at these levels of resistance. I don't want to see the NASDAQ. Ethereum, there you go. Ethereum already managed to break back into it, but right now it's just facing, let me get rid of this actually. Will this show up here? Yeah, there we go. We're facing up here around 18,000 or 1,800, excuse me. We're dealing with that a little bit here. Hopefully we can close above it. We're 14 bucks above it, looks like right now. But you know, that range right now is, again, it goes up to 2,035. That to me is like, hey, I don't think we're going to get above $2,035 here. Like everything we've seen has been like one step. Maybe the banking crisis just really gave us enough of a cool down for everybody to reset and buy. But man, this is kind of shocking to me. Dollar index, somehow after everything going on, it found a little bit of a bottom yesterday. And that was on top of, I don't know if I can show you guys this. There you go. This morning, the Bank of England raised by 50 basis points, and at the end of the day, didn't really even do anything to it, right? You know, so there's a lot of forces at play right now. A lot of it, I think, is just the SEC. The SEC seems to be cracking down hard. Remember, we had just talked about SEC lawsuits. Let's go here. News. Or let me just go over here to Jake Paul. There you go. All right. Lindsay Lohan, Little Yachty, Jake Paul among celebrities hit with SEC charges for touting crypto, right? I don't even know what Little Yachty, I didn't know that's what Little Yachty looked like. I don't follow celebrities like this. But yeah. So as the SEC cracks down, people are getting more and more afraid. I do think that opens up some type of technological pathway, I would say. We still need to find a way to mass adoption, guys, to get everybody to kind of get more interested in Bitcoin, Ethereum, Matic, Ethereum Classic, whatever you guys want to say, whatever your favorite coin is here. But we need to start getting some mass adoption on board here. Let's see. And hey, Cape Cod. Yeah, it definitely looked like volatility was picking up a little bit over the day as well. Coinbase is scaring me. I have a lot in there. Oh my God, that's such BS. Yeah. I want my Ethereum, so where's safe? It's in Coinbase. I mean, I would say right now Coinbase is safe, but talking about oh hey Larry, oh yeah, definitely I'll be having a good I'll be doing a video there. I'll show it to you in a second actually here. Well, not in my hand, but online. But staking, well, see, the SEC doesn't like staking, but if you ask me, staking is a legitimate vehicle like everything else. You park your money in there and you earn a return on your investment, just like how banks do it. And I feel like that's a perfectly good way. Now, I'm okay with regulation coming in to make sure that the money I stake is going to come back to me. So there's no way that the company is going to go default or anything like that. I want crypto to be so regulated that I myself have insured if I'm in the banking part of the app. So like I just have cash or USDC or the stable coin that the government puts out, whatever. I will, like, if it's insured, I will keep my money there because it's insured, because I will want that extra security for myself. It will allow me to put a lot more cash behind stable coins and hold and wait as I kind of look for market opportunities, right? But at this point, if they do go after staking, I think there was a great CNBC video talking about it today. Staking is a large part of the revenue of Coinbase, so that'd be bad. And remember, guys, Coinbase is still, even at this point in its life, it's still losing money, I believe. Yeah, you know, it's still down a little bit. Oh, sorry, my head's blocking the way. Let me kind of zoom in here for you guys a little bit. Right, so they're still losing a little bit of money here. Now, a lot of that is reinvestment into the company, stuff like that. They did have, you know, sales of 3.1 billion. You know, they know how to make money, but if their revenue is getting chopped off by the SEC, that will be a big problem here for Coin, and that'll make it much difficult for everybody to have a good crypto experience. Because although, you know, I think that there are exchanges for, like, I'd rather you guys trade on an exchange rather than like a Coinbase or a Robinhood or Webull. I think for the majority of people out there that just want to hold Bitcoin and Ethereum and just kind of hold some stuff, I think those are fine. Those are perfectly fine vehicles to just hold your assets. I wouldn't say trade, but to invest, perfectly good vehicles, right? They each have their own problems, but at the end of the day, I think the majority of you guys would find one of them that you might like, right? But yeah, I am concerned more about Coinbase and what's going on here. Kraken backing down. Kraken settled because they didn't even want to go to court. They don't have the money to go to court. Coinbase does have the money to go to court, and that's what's going to make this process drag out for a long time here. But at the end of the day, we should know more about what regulations are going to be in place. Congress is still not moving fast enough on crypto regulation. So, like, you know, not even seeing much here. One at Yahoo Finance. EU Banking Authority to hire crypto experts. Let's see. Yeah, there's really like, not much there. Jeez. What's right here? And hey, Haram, was the Kwon arrest real? I think it was. Let me see. So let me double check, because I think it was, but let's see. Yeah, Washington Post is Bloomberg, CoinDesk, Yahoo Finance, Wall Street Journal. They're all saying it. Let's go to CoinDesk because they're not going to block my ads. Let's pause that very fast. But yeah, the founder of Terraform Labs, Kwon, appears to have been arrested in Montenegro, according to a tweet by the country's Minister of Interior. There you go. So it's a part of a tweet by Philippe Adzik. There you go. That handsome guy. What do you call it? Oh, with a nice watch though. All right, but yeah, so. Okay, I'm not reading that shit. Sorry, that's not even English, okay? But yeah, so it looks like he was arrested, and that is good news to everybody that, you know, had Luna and had UST. I can't imagine the people that decided to hold all the way down, hoping it would probably get back up. And you guys remember how much Bitcoin they were selling off to keep UST afloat, and it just wasn't enough. People were panicking and panicking and panicking. You know, and it goes on to say Kwon has been this target of several investigations and was even on Interpol's red notice after stablecoin Terra USD and its $40 billion ecosystem imploded last year, sending shockwaves across the crypto markets. The suspect was detained at the Portogosia airport, airport, and with falsified documents. Adzik added, he's saying he was still waiting for official confirmation of identity. The Korean National Police Agency said it had confirmed the suspect appeared to be Kwon based on checking age, name, and nationality on his ID card, according to a report by the Yonhap News Agency. And there's the tweet, but it's not in English, so I can't read it. Looks like it's real. I think a lot of people are going to be pretty happy about that. Bitcoin's not doing anything, guys. We'll put on the 1 minute chart here, but it's actually pretty slow right now. And hey, Edwards, 30K and bust. I mean, yeah, if we go 30K and bust, that is an amazing rally. It would have been very, very fun to trade that one. I'm waiting to see what happens, I would say up until like, I would say next Tuesday. I'm looking to place a short sometime in the next few days though. And then I'll be happy to kind of write that down. I just want to make sure I'm kind of going closer to the top than maybe the midpoint here. So maybe I don't want to short right now. Maybe I want to wait till we get to like $29,000, $30,000 and I can probably open up a small short on it. And hey, GT, Mike, is it entrapment with the SEC allowing Coinbase to offer staking when they went public, and they offered it well before they ever went public? I'm not a lawyer, so I'm not entirely sure how the process works. I do think that'll be something that will be beneficial though to Coinbase in court. The SEC and Gary Gensler, they're not really acting in good faith. I think that's what's kind of driving people a bit mad here. Normally, you know, in a perfect world, guys, let's say you guys own a crypto exchange, okay? And I come over and I say, hey, I'm the regulatory body of America when it comes to this type of stuff. I'm the SEC. I think you have a couple problems here that we need to address, okay? You would probably say, well, what are the problems you think we need to address? And we could try to work out a compromise here or figure out what to do, okay? Well, I would then, you know, pull out a notebook and I would go over everything with the lawyers in tow, right? You know, I think this is staking needs to be improved a little bit more. I think you need to have more cash reserves here just for the safety. I think you guys need to be letting more access to the FBI to stop fraud claims and stuff like that. You know, higher you know, whatever. And I think that's the proper way the world would work. And you guys would say, hey, we can do this, this, and this. And I would say, okay, well, I need a little bit more. Then you'd say, what about this, this, and this? And I'm like, okay, that's acceptable to us. Let's get it done. I don't want you guys to drag your feet on it. I want you guys to work at a reasonable pace. You guys still drag your feet, but at least I told you guys I wasn't going, you were going to, okay? And then, you know, everything would be kind of okay. And we kind of fine tune it as needed over time. But in reality, what's going on right now is I'm the regulatory body. I come over to your exchange and say, hey, you guys have some problems. You need to fix them or we're going to sue you. All right. You guys come back to me and say, hey, what are the problems you guys want us to fix? And I'm going to say, well, you guys have problems. You better fix them. And you ask me again, well, what are the problems? What exactly is the problem we need to fix so we can help you out, help you help us? And I keep on saying, well, no, you know, I'm not going to give you an answer to that. You got to fix it or I'm going to sue you. That's basically what's going on right now. And I think you guys would agree it's not really a good faith effort by Gary Gensler. I still can't comprehend why he's doing it like this. To me, this kind of reeks of special interest trying to manipulate what's going on. And again, I think you guys have to put this in totality of what's going on. Let me explain like this. Let me go wide face for a second, or just the face. There you go. You guys can tell. Yeah, you guys can still hear me. Okay. I'm not 100% focused. I need a haircut bad. There you go. All right. So, you remember what just happened a couple weeks ago? We had a massive banking crisis. Part of that was because people keep moving the money out of the stock market. All right. And what they're doing, they keep moving money out of the banks and they're putting it into like T-notes, bonds, and these vehicles where you can make money just for holding a little bit of time. If you guys remember right here, I guess I might as well just put this back right now. We go over to CNBC every now and again, right? And we go over here to markets and we go over here to bonds, okay? And we go down here and we look at the yields for the 1 month, 4%, 2 month, 4%, 3 month 4.7, 4 month 4.9, 6 month 4.8. And we look at these different bond yields, right? And you can see right now definitely an inversion where the short term is definitely above the longer term ones here. But people are taking their actual just bank dollars out of the bank and they're doing it what the banks do for themselves and making a lot of money because they're doing it like that, okay? Now, of course, the SEC doesn't like that, but they can't stop everyday Americans from buying that traditional vehicle. But what else is our money going to these days? It's going to cryptocurrencies. It's going to all these other speculative investments in the views of the SEC. So what they're trying to do is stop the continued flow of money from coming out of the banks and going into cryptocurrencies. And I'm like, part of me in the most conspiratorial type of thought process I can have right now, like, hey, I could totally see this happening. I could totally see this working out like in a loony hat kind of area. I could totally see this little bit of a pump that we had right here caused by certain hedge funds that would love to see the bank stocks continue to go down as people decide to funnel some of the money out of the banking system back into crypto, because they think now we're in another bull market here, and therefore they should be buying up before Bitcoin goes sky high, right? You've already seen tons of influencers out there saying that we're going to start, this is like the start of a new bull market where we're about to go up to like $100,000 like within the next like a couple hundred days. So I think that's like partly what I'm seeing here, as my most cynical self. But he wants to stop that outflow of money right now, which is why I think over the past few weeks, you've actually seen that acceleration up there. Silvergate was only the first part here, but now that some of the larger banks have been having issues, you see him going after Coinbase and Kraken. And what are they doing? Remember, he's not bringing down all of Kraken. He's stopping the ability to transfer dollars from your bank account onto the Kraken exchange to therefore buy crypto. He's stopping that midpoint right there for the transfer. That's what he's going to try to do again with Coinbase. And I think that's, at least in my opinion, some of what's going on right now is why he's being a little bit more aggressive right now. He's trying to spook people. And I think that's another reason why you saw a whole bunch of stable coins go down over the past few weeks. There was a little bit of panic based off of everything going on with the banks. I think the government kind of liked to see all those stable coins depegged a little bit, especially as they were taking over certain key parts of Silvergate Bank, which had reserves in stable coins, how they were taking over Silicon Valley Bank also, which had a lot of cash that belonged to Circle, and Circle is the guys, that work with USDC. So, Circle. Right? Money at internet speed. Discover the power of USDC and Eurocoin and build your business for the future. Take the first step with Circle account, right? A financial system that is always open for business. Transcends borders, avoid bank hours, processing times, and costly fees. Build your business with digital currency and accelerate your global growth, right? Don't need to use the banks like that. You can do a different way. There's a better way. And I think Circle is definitely a better way than the traditional banking system right now, or they're at least going to get there pretty darn soon. They definitely need some work on stabilizing their coin. But for the most part here, guys, I think that I think we're just seeing some plain old government manipulation, to be frank with you. And then, of course, there are people out there in the market that understand this and are trying to make some money off of it, especially as the dollar gains some weakness here. As the dollar gains weakness, Bitcoin definitely wants to go back up. We're raising interest rates, which should make the dollar more powerful. But again, we had even with what I would consider a hawkish speech by the Fed, we still ended up going up afterwards. Like, there's nothing that wants it. Like, this market is insane right now. And to me, that really signals that, hey, like, something's going to break. Like, either the people like me that are holding on to our cash and waiting to invest are going to break and just start buying into crypto assets or the stock market in general, or something is going to happen on a fundamental level that says, hey, we're finally buckling, jobs, and a recession is here, jobs are going to, unemployment's going to go up, right? Yada, yada, yada. Inflation is stickier than we thought, especially with all the new money injected into the economy. That's going to cause the market to break down and hard and fast. Or it's going to be that, hey, we don't go have a recession. We're going to have this soft landing where things just going to get as bad as this. We don't find new lows. And then I'll be caught, people like me will be caught running and trying to chase up to the market or catch the market. And then we try to launch off there from that. One of those two things is going to break. I'm still not broken yet. And obviously based on the market, the hedge funds and whatnot are not broken either. So, there's a huge disconnect here as far as I'm concerned, but just because I say so doesn't mean it's so. And hey, Larry, the NASDAQ is at a bounce point. Sure is. It's at a nice low level of resistance here after breaking out. I'm hoping, I would like to see the NASDAQ go up one more pop here, then start coming back down. But it definitely is testing out that level for the last 2 days now. Maybe tomorrow I can have a really positive day, but I don't really know how many people are going to be trading tomorrow since it's Friday, right? We'll see. I expect next week to be a bigger week than this week as far as volatility is concerned. This week was kind of boring if you think about it. See the NASDAQ right here, daily. We didn't really do much besides that day yesterday as far as the rate hikes. So, we just a slight move down, but overall we were kind of more sideways here. The Dow Jones maybe took a little bit more of a downward move here, right? But even wait, this is a 1 minute chart. What am I looking at? Sorry. Nasdaq. There you go. Yeah, a little bit more sideways here. I don't know why I was talking about that. A little bit more sideways here. Again, at that resistance point. Dow Jones much more sideways here. S&P much more sideways here. Ethereum much more sideways here. We're seeing a lot of sideways action right now. That's fine by me. There we go. But right now, Bitcoin's definitely coming down a little bit here, just a little bit. But with all the big stuff we saw yesterday, we might see altcoins come back down a little bit more if we continue on this path. See, hey Wilder, did I already talk about Arbitrum? Let me see. I have not. Let's see. Copy. Secure scaling for Ethereum. Arbitrum's suite of scaling solutions provides faster speeds at a significantly lower cost with the same level of security as Ethereum. Oh, that's pretty interesting right here. Are now under decentralized governments. Learn more about DAO. Oh, I did not. Might be kind of fun to check out their coin if I could find out their ticker. There we go. The long-awaited ARB token will grant holders the ability to vote on changes to the leading Ethereum Layer 2 network. Oh, yeah. There's another token related to the level 2 for Ethereum that I think I pay attention to more, but it hasn't launched yet. Let me go over here to Coinbase and see if I can find any news about it today. Down 88%. Probably just got sold off. People taking the profits. It's at 1.7 billion. Oh, wow. We got a new number at 36 at least, though. Right here, it's at $1.04. They chose a relatively good price to start posting this at. Let's go look at it right here. ARB. Again, guys, this is just popped up here. So let's go to Binance, I guess, for now. Maybe they actually started it off low. I'm not entirely sure. 121. It seems to be doing good. I mean, in this circumstance, guys, when you're looking at something like this, I mean, okay, right now it looks like it wants to do a double top here, but hopefully it can just break out above since we're just now getting moving averages. Let me go over here. Look at KuCoin. Does KuCoin have more data? KuCoin does have more data. Yeah, KuCoin. Okay, good for you. Yeah, okay, this is more of what we looked at before. Double top right here. Came back to retest. Came back down. Looking at another double top right here. For something that's as big as this, I would say I'd most likely just be dollar cost averaging into it. If you guys did want to buy right now, I'd pretty much have a stop loss around maybe like 125 or something. Excuse me, like 126 or over here. You could go over here, but I feel like it would just get tapped before making a larger move up. But I think it could be fun. I didn't even know this was coming out right now. I've been looking at what's that token here. It's not supposed to come out for a while. I don't know. Let's see. I'll have to remember exactly what it was. It was something different. But this should be something of a decent investment, I would think, for the long term. Mostly because I'm a big proponent of Ethereum here. I would own more Ethereum than Bitcoin technically. But I would say that Bitcoin right now seems to be the safer bet for volatility's sake. Let's see. Yeah. Looks like it's fairly new. There you go. From 0, yeah. So it opened up around like $7. Popped up a little bit, maybe to 11. So it's definitely come down since the majority of people that, got it in the wallet, they made sure to sell it off. A little bit more of a buying back period here. I'd dollar cost average into this. Probably pretty heavy for a few weeks and see where it goes. If it drops down to like $1 or 50 cents down the road, something really low, I'd be happy to continue to buy more up here. Anything tied to Ethereum is usually something I'm pretty happy to own. But watch out if you're expecting any short-term fast money from it. You can get it, but you better be able to. You better have the will to kind of hold on through some of the rides here as it starts to gain more traction. It looks like. I got the notification today. Hold one love. Hey, Axel, I appreciate it a lot for coming to watch the stream. Yeah, guys, I have no idea. YouTube doesn't like to give notifications as much as it used to. It's been doing better as far as I'm concerned. Of like when I post something, it lets you guys know on the homepage of YouTube, which has been pretty nice. Later on tonight, I'm going to do a couple of videos for the second YouTube channel. Remember, guys, I have this other YouTube channel over here. Well, I need to go to. Oh, let me just get out of this. Open it up here so you guys can watch Bitcoin until I find it. I haven't been able to post on it a few days because I've been so busy helping my mom out. But channel. This one right here, okay? Technical analysis channel. I'm gonna start posting more and more stuff on this one, but I'm not gonna be in any of the videos here because I'm usually pretty tired when I make these videos, so my eyes are kind of bloodshot. And like the videos I do with you guys, I usually try to do them in the morning when I have more energy. So this has 951 subscribers. I hope to get it to 1,000 here, but basically it only has a few videos on it now. Some are doing okay, but most aren't because I haven't been posting as much on here. One almost has 1,000 views, but I'm gonna start posting a lot more content here. And I'm gonna do the shorter versions of the long tutorials that I do for you guys. So later on today, I'm gonna do like another short smart money contracts or smart money concepts indicator. I'm gonna do some maybe YouTube bot signals. I'm gonna do some more MACD signals and some of that, and just different strategies that you can use for different types of coins and stocks. It might not even be like like the ones I do right now, kind of like general, like, hey, here's a general strategy for day trading. This should work on Forex, crypto, and stocks. Maybe I'll do some that, hey, this one works primarily with Bitcoin very well. This one works for Ethereum pretty well. This one works for Apple pretty well. This one works for Microsoft pretty well, right? So I'll be doing that pretty soon here. I got to figure out what I want to name this channel. The technical analysis channel, you know what? It's fine. I'll take it. I'm not gonna quibble about that. I need to change my username. It's TA with Mike. I need to keep the TA channel or something like that as my username here pretty soon. But yeah, so look forward to that here pretty soon. But what do you call it? That one I seem to get more notifications for I don't know why, but yeah, my main YouTube channel, the notifications for stream did not go out, and I think that's because YouTube expects you guys to want to watch every single one of my streams, and since I do stream so much, if you guys miss one or two of my streams, it decides that you no longer want to see any of my streams, if that makes sense. So I don't know why it does that, but I'm like, people have lives, like I stream at like 6 o'clock. Some of you guys like are eating with dinner with your family. Some of you guys are just, we're going to watch it later on, but it doesn't give out those notifications there. Boyle is sitting at 392 hours forced to buy and will hold it till the winter here. And hey, Larry, I mean, this again, despite the market going up, you're seeing the weakness in the energy sector. And, let's go over here. Right? Pro shares Ultra Bloomberg Natural Gas, just in case you guys didn't know. I mean, it's a long-term bet, right? I mean, that's what you're looking for right now. I guess the market's not going to really show you much here on the daily, but yeah, what do you call it? It's so low, right? Like, I just don't know, like, how can it even get lower at this point? And like, I'm sure it might get lower, but like, it is worth taking a bet. I would have to say that. Yeah, hold it till the winter. It'll come back up eventually. I mean, think about it, Larry. The Russia-Ukraine war is probably still going to be going on this winter. I mean, have you guys seen any slowdown? It's freaking March. April, May, June, July, August, September, October is when it starts to get cold, I would say, in Europe. So we got like 7 months. Right? That's decent enough holding time there. And so I don't know if their winters actually start earlier than ours or later than ours, but I haven't seen any type of thing to suggest that this war in Ukraine is slowing down or speeding up. It's just kind of a stalemate slugfest with everybody just kind of spending lives on the battlefield. I think natural gas will definitely go up over time. And hey, Cyberzone, would Bitcoin need to drop a good amount to say 25K for money to start flowing back into the alts? The alts just seem to be flat at the past few weeks while Bitcoin surges. Okay, so that in part was going up to, I think, what I Am Game was saying earlier. A lot of the buying going on right now is from institutional buyers. Retail doesn't really have enough capital to push up Bitcoin like this. Remember, a lot of people like, oh geez, let me try to figure this out. Yeah, as of January 2023, 60% of U.S. adults, including more than 4 and 10 high income earners, live paycheck to paycheck, down 4% from January 2022. Down, it's not down, but what do you call? Remember how they keep on changing everything? But yeah, a lot of people live paycheck to paycheck. They're not getting all that free money. This is mostly a what would you want to call it? Institutional rally. That's who's driving a big part of it. There's a lot of retail trading along with it, but the big moves are happening right now. It's not like a whole bunch of small wallets are kind of pushing this up. It's a few. It's a many big ones, I would say. But I think that's why we're not seeing as big a move in the altcoins. But you know, altcoins from their lows have been outperforming Bitcoin, and I think that's a good metric right now that you would want to be looking at. Like if I go over here to coinmarketcap.com. I hop on over here to the main one. Do I have to? Okay, there we go. I was hoping it wouldn't take me to an ad. Let's zoom in on here. 175. Let me do this very fast. Oh, Loki's going to jump on my shoulder. He's going to want a treat. You guys can say hi to Loki. He's over here sniffing, so he wants something. Hello. Okay, I'm sorry. Come here. Psych. Okay, good boy. Okay, so if we come over here to coinmarketcap.com, excuse me. You know, we go over here year to date. You see that Bitcoin is up 70% year to date. Ethereum is up 50% year to date. BNB up 34. XRP up 29. AD up 47. Dogecoin up 10. Polygon up 49. Solana up 121 because of that disaster last year. Polkadot 41. Litecoin 30. Shiba Inu 33, right? But then if I go over here and I add something like, let's say March, April. Okay. Let's go over here to customize and let's add on 60 day. Let's add 90 day. I wish they had 120 day personally. Let's go to apply changes. Oh, wait. I hate that they make me do this. 90 day, and let's add the 60 day right before that. All right, so for the last 60 days, Bitcoin's only up 24%, Ethereum is up 11, BNB's up 7, XRP's up 7, Dogecoin is down 13, ADA is down 3, Polygon's up 12. You see a lot more of a mixed story going on right here, right? Litecoin's only up 5, Shiba Inu is only up 11. This is all kind of talking about what we've been experiencing since some of the drama, I guess, just, you know, over the past few weeks here. In 90 days, then you go back to Bitcoin being up, which one I was going for? Yeah. 90 days, 60% or 68% for Bitcoin, Ethereum 48. You know, they're pretty similar here. It's just Bitcoin's gaining dominance, which I think is actually a pretty good thing. It usually happens a lot more frequently during a bull market, or seem the end of a bear market, I would say, actually, except for XRP here. XRP had a monster move this week, so most of that move is captured right here in the last 7 days. But there you go. But I don't necessarily know if the dropping would cause altcoins to gain dominance over Bitcoin. It would depend on what rate. We may just see that Bitcoin falls and altcoins fall quite a bit more. But I think you notice those days where we see that Bitcoin's up a little bit, altcoins are up a lot, and where Bitcoin's down a little bit and altcoins aren't even down at all that much. We have those really weird days, and that kind of determines the dominance that we've been seeing. I'll show you this very fast before we go back over here to the charts. Back over here. Oh, thanks for subscribing, Jobat. Appreciate it. I probably mispronounced your name, but I appreciate it. Bitcoin dominance chart. Let's go over here. See these last few weeks. This is December, right? December, November. 38%, 39, 40, 42, 43, 46, right? Flowing in there. And part of that was people got scared of the stable coins. They wanted to buy Bitcoin because, you know, Bitcoin's a safer place than a stable coin, apparently. But yeah, that dominance is right now is on a good trajectory for us. And so, you know, over time, I expect altcoins to rise and kind of lower that Bitcoin dominance. But again, I don't expect it to really squeeze out, so to speak, until we hit the next bull market. Oh, excuse me, guys. And hey, Tony, I'm doing pretty well, my man. Busy day, but it's been pretty good. Mom goes into surgery tomorrow, so she's at the hospital being prepped up. I've been calling her and every now and again. Have my sister staying over. She brought her cat, and so Loki's playing with the cat every now and again. One of my neighbors lost her cat. I don't actually know who the neighbor is, but they lost their cat. They put a little like a lost cat sign on the fences when me and Loki go walking around. So I took a picture of it, and I think I saw it last night walking around. So tonight, after I'm done streaming, I'm gonna take a can of Fancy Feast and I'm gonna leave it by my window, like on the ground outside my bedroom, and I'm gonna leave like 2 cans down there, and I'm gonna wait for Loki to start whining because he whines when he sees the cat because he likes to play with cats. And so if the cat comes over or a stray cat comes over, I will take a picture of it. And then if it's the cat, like the orange and the white cat, I'm actually tonight. I'm gonna send it over to the owners and be like, hey, I think I found your cat right now. If you want it, or if this is your cat, he's chilling over here eating some Fancy Feast. So that's what I have planned for tonight. And then I'm also gonna do some YouTube work here as I try to make some videos for the second YouTube channel. So yeah, I'm doing pretty well. I think that'll get me in a good mood here. I've been stressed out the last few days, but I'm stressed about like work, mom stuff, not even work, just like YouTube stuff, YouTube stuff. But I feel like once I hit Las Vegas, I will just like the stress will melt away as I get like massages, and I'll stay by the pool and I'll just talk to random people and say how they're doing, just relax a little bit, gamble a little bit, but not too much, drink a little bit, but not too much. Really just kind of hang out with my friend when he's free. And then me just kind of going on explorational trips around Vegas, just, having walks, enjoying life. It's going to be like 78 degrees, 70 degrees, perfect weather for me. And so, yeah, I'm getting ready for a nice little vacation here. And hey, Alex, is it safe for small caps, HNST sitting at 1? I mean, I wouldn't be buying in mass small cap crypto coins right now. No, I'd be doing like monthly or weekly dollar cost averaging, probably weekly dollar cost averaging. But the amount you do into it is really so minimal because it ends up equaling like a couple hundred, a few $100 at the end of the day, right? So the way I have it, like one of the people that I've been working with over the past few weeks, they're going aggressive. They're going really aggressive. They're going like 50% of their account into low market cap plays and the other 50% into straight Ethereum. Now, they know it's aggressive. This is like a side portfolio of theirs, but they want to see how it works out compared to the more stable one. And so we worked out a plan for him to go for a whole bunch of different altcoins out there. The plan pretty much was to invest about $50 a week into each individual altcoin. And then, after a few weeks, you're pretty much done for investing. You can kind of add to the next altcoin, and to him, that it seemed better to do that strategy instead of what I recommended, which is maybe, $10 a day, but you're buying 5 altcoins a week. So you can still spend the $50 a week, but it's on different altcoins. But that way, if the market does continue to drag on like this and maybe comes back down, you have more opportunities to buy a little bit lower instead of like, buying everything at these higher rates right now, which, can make sense, right? But small caps, I'm still dollar cost averaging them. You guys know some of the small caps that I look at right now, so I can just drag down some. Oh, forget my thing is not the same order it was before. Like, Dogelon Mars, Auto, right? Had that breakdown. We've had another consolidation phase here. Let me go over to the weekly chart. Let me just get rid of that right now. Let's get rid of the smart money play here. Right. It's at a pretty low point. I've been dollar cost averaging for a while, so you guys can pretty much see my average is pretty much down here based off of all the dollar cost averaging. Now there has been a few spikes. I have sold off some here and I bought it back lower, but I didn't really make a profit because you guys know my strategy. I just accumulate more of the token itself, and I'm hoping that it'll work out in the long run here. You have stuff like Ethereum Classic, which I think is a little bit larger cap, but again, this is something that over time you're probably going to have that same dollar cost averaging, maybe on the higher end here, but still it's relatively close by. But let me find STMX. There you go. This is something that's been going down, right? So I like STMX a lot. This is something I've been dollar cost averaging into for a while, but this has been in a freaking steady downtrend here. This market cap for this one is it's low. It's low. $58 million. So you're probably not going to be investing as much money into this one, right? But I'm still investing into it. I want to see what it's able to do. It still has a a website. It's still getting business here. So as long as that's still working, I'm perfectly fine with it. And I'm hoping companies like this can help to the mass adoption side of cryptocurrency. So again, we'll see how it works out, but it's to me, it's worth the investment at this time. To hold though, like anything I've been buying for a while now. Now it's only amounted to be like a couple $1,000 because I really want to see this thing kind of pop off here. But most of you guys will probably just want to invest up to like $100. You guys don't have to invest a lot of money into this to see a return on your investment that makes you happy and smile. So don't just hop in like a couple $1,000 like I just did. But eventually I believe this thing is going to break out. It'll start popping up to some nice levels here. But this is not something I'm looking to trade at in the next like few days, few weeks. This is something I want to sell down the road. So if you guys are looking at those small caps or even those micro caps, are like just a couple $100,000 and whatnot, you kind of just have to be prepared to like put a small amount of money in there and just let it sit. And you can do, $10 a week, you can do $5 a week, whatever you want to do. But once you kind of hit that predetermined limit that you've already established for yourself, I don't think it's wise to buy in after that, right? Just stick to whatever you had as your plan and then just, let it ride and see what happens with it. And also just, go through the watch list, it's just a checklist. Check out what the company does, see if they have good founders, see their projects that they've done in the past, see what else they can do, and make sure that everything's working out pretty fine. Try to join the communities and kind of learn more about it, but don't let the communities try to force you to make you want to put more money into the coin. Yeah. Dude, Bitcoin looks so ugly today. Must not just be a lot of volume in here or something. Little small little order box. Can I provide a link to the technical analysis channel? Oh yeah, sure. I think there's a way. And thanks for subscribing to it. I appreciate it. I think there's a way to go on my channel and see it too. I'm not entirely sure. No. Oh, I need to move this up. Why is that so low? Usually I like the member thing to be up higher. I'm pretty sure there's a way for me to share channels and stuff like that, but I'll do it a little bit later. But yeah, I appreciate the follow there. Love the TA channel, TYSM, for all of your info. Honestly, I can learn so much from you. I got to definitely catch up on them. I'll binge this weekend. Thanks. Yeah, guys, anytime you guys watch my playlist, YouTube promotes my videos to a lot more of an audience. So anytime you guys want to like go to the channel and click on like my playlist and kind of just go through the random ones. I even have playlists that aren't just all my videos, and I'm going to be making more of these. That way you guys can see like, hey, I shouldn't be playing somebody else's video. There we go. But there's playlists of my stuff in it, but it has other people's stuff in it as well. I'm trying to make a bunch of playlists, and actually that's something I should actually do tonight. That was my plan for today, but I helped my mom to the hospital, right? So it kind of came second. But I have all these. I'm going to be making a lot more of these playlists here. So if you guys want to watch them, feel free and just kind of, I don't care if you guys, remember, I don't care if you guys watch other people's videos. I know a lot of people out there say like, you should only be watching my stream or my videos to get your information. Watch from whoever you want to. I don't care. Although I do know that, hold on. I do know that some of you guys, I think it's because of my Dogecoin stream, right? Where we all kind of chat and have a good time. Audience. I do know that a lot of you guys watch Final Stand. Yeah, but what do you call oh, I have more views than Final Stand in the last 30 days. Wow, thanks guys, I appreciate that. I got more views than him. That is surprising. This guy usually is like, this guy streams like all the time. Like, and I mean all the time. Whoosh. So thank you guys. Yeah, I'm beating Final Stand. There we go. There we go. Hop the X out of that. There we go. See, yeah, I'll add more videos there. I think what's going on right now, guys, as far as why I really have to do that second channel in the first place, is you guys remember I already have trouble enough getting YouTube to notify you guys that I published a video. Like, I just have issues with it. Like, they don't like me for some reason, or I'm just not good at it, whatever. Probably the latter, right? I don't want to blame YouTube if I can blame myself. but I can only give you guys 3 videos a day within a 24-hour period. I can give you guys 3 notifications. 2 of those notifications already come with streams. So if I stream at 6 o'clock one day, then I stream at 5 o'clock the next day, right? And an hour before, that's 2 right there. If I do a short in between that, that's 3 right there. And so if I try to even post a long video there, it doesn't work. So it's really there to just give you guys a little bit more context. My face isn't in those videos. It'll just be some generic face from, actually, I'm going to do a Mid-Journey AI photo for it from now on. I'm just going to use a robot for the thumbnails. You guys know I pay for a whole bunch of different AI services just to test it out. And so I made some over the past few days as far as like some Asian samurai stuff. But I have some over here with Drum Powell. You can see this ugly mug right there. The ugly AI mug, I should say. But I can go over here and I can just type in robot. And I'll find a robot in here that I can use for my thumbnails here. Probably robot's not going to be a good one. AI. Maybe AI. Oh, geez, no. I should go to advanced. Really? Robot. Boy. Maybe? Oh, no, it's not going to take it. Yeah, I can find a robot in here somewhere that looks like somewhat human. Maybe not this guy. But I'll find one and I'll use it for my thumbnails and it should be fine. That one looks pretty freaking scary though. Let me show you guys this one. Can I just click on it? There you go. Oof. So I'll find something like that and it'll be pretty cool to use. Oh, look at that little cute cyberpunk dog. But yeah, so I'll find something like that and it should be fine. I already have a couple on my thing and I might just use those. But a couple AI robots that I have made, but I may just use a few different ones there for the future. And hey, Ronnie, Mike, my cat responds to you. What do you call, when I was younger, cats used to hate me, which was crazy. Or one cat used to hate me, but that was the only cat I knew. And hey, Ken, hope you're doing well, my man. Let me know if you have any questions. You're going to have to start, you're going to have all the cats in your area at your house if you do that, sir. What do you call, I mean, there's one black cat that's in the neighborhood, but like this neighborhood is primarily full of dog owners, like primarily full of dog owners. Like, I own a dog. My neighbor to my right owns a dog. My neighbor to my left on the cul-de-sac owns a dog. My neighbor on the other side doesn't own a dog. Then the neighbor next to her, she owns a dog. Then the neighbor next to the other ones, they own a dog. They own 2 dogs. Then the one next to them owns a dog. Then the ones over there owns a dog. The other one over here owns 4 dogs. The other one over here owns no dogs. One at the very end of the right-hand side owns a dog. And then one at the end of the very left one doesn't own a dog. Like, my neighborhood is pretty filled with, like, dogs. It's, like, over 10 dogs. So we got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's like 11 dogs for, like, less than 11 houses. I don't know how many houses, so not many, but, like, you know, it's pretty darn wild when you think about it. And hey, Crypto, I'm in final trash. What do you call it? He's you know, he's an interesting guy in his own way. Forgot to mention it's stock, not crypto. Some of these companies might go bankrupt. See. Oh, okay. So you're not talking about small caps in general. You're talking about talking about a small cap stock here. Okay. Is it safe for small cap stocks? I mean, to me, it really depends on what the price of a small cap stock is. Whereas when you're in crypto, you can go into like the 0.001s and stuff, and you can work your way out of it over time. When it comes to stocks, if they keep on going down, they kind of get delisted, and then that sends them to the over-the-counter markets. And when they're in those over-the-counter markets, it becomes much more difficult to really revive them. The stock you're looking at is HNST. I think we've been over this before. I think the Honest Company. I don't know if I've. No, we haven't. I would have had some type of technical analysis line on it or something like that. So $1.66. Definitely falling off of a cliff here. It was like earnings or something? Let me go back over here. Yeah, okay, it was earnings. Okay, let me go back over here though. HNST, drag it over. Income not good. Market cap very, very small. Short float at 3%. Institutional owners looks like they're selling off a little bit here. Haven't sold since last May. That's good. Lot of options. Oh no, these are all sales. Never mind. I thought there was options exercises. Wow. Yeah, they are selling. 10,000, 40,000. Okay. They are really milking this for cash, I guess. Um, Here we go. I want to try this out somehow. Hold on a second here. No. Oh, it's one of these websites. That's why. Okay. Shows how the economy is not doing too good. Investors. Oh, I thought it was influencers for a second. Based on the background here. Okay. Honest leaders. They all got good makeup, I guess. And hey, Cape Cod, thank you very, very much for the super chat. I really do appreciate it. I made your thumbnails. I made you thumbnails. Love it. Oh, AI, love it. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, financial information, stock information. Let's go to financial information, I think. The fish reporter. Okay, so let's go over here. Maybe. Let me see what happens if I do this. If I go over here to ChatGPT, because they say it can go over detailed reports, and I wanted to do this for members here. Let me get the alpha mode. Let me go to default. And a report for ticker. Oh no, this can't search online. What the heck? How do I get you to help me read 10K report? Okay. Ticker HNST. No, see, it's the 10. It's the 10. Okay, I'm gonna use the alpha mode here very fast because this is a. Don't tell anybody I did this. HNST year 2022. We'll see how this works out very fast. Nikolai to a 0, I think. I think a lot of people will probably agree with you there. See, I'm a lurker here. Thanks for your streams. Helps me unwind at night. Hey, Critical Thinker, I appreciate that a lot. I really do. And hey, the Real Transporter, happy to see you back as well. Final trash, keep on laughing at that. Rolling up, final stand in a blend. Oh gosh, guys, you guys are brutal. It's browsing the web, guys. Give it a couple of seconds. It probably has to find it just the same hard way I did. NAGT, I appreciate it a lot. I try to be quality over quantity, that's for sure. The other one's going to be more quantity, but still quality, but that's why it's going to be shorter videos, so I don't have to take as much time doing it. Like a quality minute, quality 2 minutes here. Oh, here we go. See? Look at that. The ChatGPT's coming up. It's coming up in the world. Wait for it. Okay, there we go. There was an error. Freaking whatever. All right, well, here you go, Ken. The Honest Company is a mission-driven lifestyle brand that formulates, designs, and sells clean products with a focus of sustainability and thoughtful design. The company is committed to its core values, innovation, and community engagement, differentiating itself from its brand and products through transparency and trustworthiness. Launched in 2012, that's a while ago, The Honest Company has developed clean, sustainable, effective, and thoroughly designed products addressing the health, family, and home needs of consumers. The company operates on an omni-channel brand, making its products available through both retail and digital channels. It completed its initial public offering on May 7th, 2021. That's the time to be doing it, of course, and began trading on the NASDAQ Global Select Market on May 5th, 2021. The Honest Company's product categories include diapers and wipes, skin and personal care, and household items. Okay. Okay, I'm not going to go through the rest of it. It didn't really break down the data for me. It kind of cut off from that. I guess that's why it's alpha footage, right? Or alpha here. High risk, dollar cost average into it if you want to, but don't buy in bulk on that one. Don't buy in bulk. It'll hurt you bad. There you go. Uh, what do you call it? Hey, COD, what do you call it? Don't worry about it. There's never an obligation to donate to the stream, so don't worry about it. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you. I'm also bullish on Ethereum long term, and I'm planning on attaining 100 before the next top of the bull run, so I can sell it. How much you speculating it goes to next bull run? Pull up Ethereum here. Let's go to the monthly calendar. Actually, let's go over here to Coinbase. There you go. All right. I mean, I would like it just like you. Let me go over here to show you guys where it went last time too. There you go. So at least for Coinbase, Ethereum to $1 ran up to $4,867. I'd be hoping at least, you know, somewhere close to $10,000 if we're going to have a nice big rally like this, right? If we have a really nice solid rally, I would see something more like in that ballpark. It could always go higher, I would say, but for me, that's more than enough to get, you know, anywhere between like $8,000, $9,000, $10,000. I'd be happy to sell off, especially as we're kind of buying around here at 1,400, even some of the lows over here at 900. Although I do have to say, I still hope that we can come all the way back down here to 500. You know, if things get really nasty in the economy, I would really like that. But again, I don't know if that, oh, geez, I always forget this is on there here. Let me just, I want to delete this because I'll move it over to another stream later on. It's been annoying to have this on here every single time I want to look at Bitcoin on another chart. You know, if Bitcoin can get back down here, you know, it's going to be 10,600. That brings everything else around. But at this point, you know, we have a resistance level up here at 33,000, at least on the monthly chart. I don't know who's looking at the monthly chart, though. A little bit of a crawl right there. Weekly over here, having those death crosses there before we have a golden cross, which is going to be interesting. And the daily, of course, already had those golden crosses right there. We're looking for the 20 to probably break us down here pretty soon. Let's go back to the one. There you go. Oh, actually, we don't want that one. We want this one. There we go. All right. I did something to mess this up, didn't I? Yeah. There we go. Okay. Whenever I'm in a trade and Mike comes on, the trade starts going my way. Hey, Ronnie, I appreciate that. What do you call? I don't think I really do anything special as far as moving the markets. I don't have enough money to move the markets. I think on a smaller exchange, I might have a little bit of power to kind of give a little bit of a blip. But most of the time, I'm just kind of riding the wave. I think riding the wave is a lot easier than trying to time the bottoms. But that's why I try to, you know, when you think about a breakout is just riding the wave through a level of resistance. You know, that's all you're doing. And that's why I like it a lot easier than trying to buy at support and buy at resistance, or trying to find that bottom when it's actually close to that support and resistance. I should say that. See. And hey, AZTV, lucky if Ethereum gets to 7K. I think Ethereum has a special opportunity only because of the technology and what they've been able to do so far. I think, you know, the more I look at the ecosystem around Ethereum, I just don't really see many people building on Bitcoin. So I think it does have an opportunity to have a larger increase. So like, I don't know. Let's get it to you. Ethereum Platinum, that'd be the best one to do. There you go. Right. The thing we know, yeah. So the more people are able to use this, and hopefully this more sustainable thing will catch on with the Democrats, so they kind of like it a little bit more, I'm hoping. You know, the more I see this type of stuff, or the more I can see them kind of expanding and actually doing work. When's the last time you heard of a Bitcoin doing anything grand? I just don't hear it too much. I think there'll be a lot of hype for Ethereum next time around, because I just see the Ethereum's infrastructure to me seems to be one of those top leading things. Solana, even though Solana kind of had a little bit of FTX exposure, that kind of worries me. And then you see stuff like Polygon. You know, I think those are great ones if you guys want to just have some type of money into the infrastructure of crypto, and usually infrastructure usually is what's bet on the most, in my opinion, as far as what can most likely succeed. Especially when there's regulation, then these guys can start working more frequently with larger businesses, and the SEC won't come down with Gary Gensler screaming and rah, 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 every freaking day. Uh, how can I find support and resistance short term trade on Gala? Oh, as far as Gala is concerned, oops, got out of the right one. Oh, this had a little bit of a bounce earlier today, didn't it? Oh, that doesn't seem this is daily chart. Oh, okay. So right now, Gala is being squeezed by both the 20 and the 50-day moving averages here. I would try to keep both of these on if possible. Get the 200 out of here, and let's go over here to the daily. Leave that on chart. Let's go here to the 15. All right. So you can see right now there's a little bit of resistance up here by the 50, a little bit of, well, maybe some support down here. If you wanted to buy, I would say you would try to buy closer to down here. But at this point, you're kind of getting ready to be squeezed one way or the other. So I would try to buy the level or short the resistance you probably want to buy. I would try to buy the support if you also see that Bitcoin is holding it fairly well at this point, because if Bitcoin looks like it's about to slide down, because it is kind of messing around with this 20-day moving average, you would most likely see it take a larger dip down all the way down here to probably 0.03. I guess what is that? 0.03, like, yeah, 14% loss. So you do want to be careful here on a day like today. Gala is usually pretty volatile. This move alone was a beautiful one, but it also moved up like, 70% within a 5-day period of time. It can definitely come down pretty hard because of that. And so far, actually, Gala has come down about 17%. At the low, it was down 23%. Be careful of this squeeze here, but it definitely looks like this 50-day moving average is something of a level of resistance, and the 20-day is going to be something of a level of support. If you do want to buy, you'd be looking there, but make sure Bitcoin looks okay and make sure that you're actually seeing some stability around that moving average as well. It's okay if it tests it like this, but if you start to see it really break down, you got to make sure you have a stop loss there to protect yourself. But it looks like those moving averages are your key at this point for that particular chart. There you go. And that should be back to normal. Minimize that. Okay, everything's back to normal there. Okay. This 15-minute chart, though, just looks atrocious. Like, look at that. It's almost like a stable coin, if you will. 5. Okay, there we go. See. Hey, Z, I'm still hoping to buy Ethereum 420 to 600 Ethereum late 2023, early mid 2024. I'm really hoping it happens in 2023. That's what I've been banking on. But even if it happens in 2024, I guess I'll be fine with it. But man, like, I really hope the economy just gets this recession over with, frankly, guys. And I'm still betting on a worsening. It looks like AZ probably agrees with me on that one. But, like, this will always test your resolve when you see a rally like this, which has just been amazing of a rally, like an amazing rally, guys, amazing rally. I'm almost questioning, because I'm so bearish overall on crypto. I think it will go down in the future. Should I start selling off of some of these longer term assets? And I'm like, don't do it. Just keep on dollar cost averaging, and then you can just make money on your trades. That's basically what's going on through my mind right now. But what do you call it? And hey, Amir, thank you so much. I usually just short. Oh yeah, then you're probably looking at that 50. Bitcoin itself, remember, is at a level of resistance, so you're going to have a safer time here, probably shorting into it, especially if the market doesn't really want to open up good tomorrow. So if you're looking at that as well, CNBC, right? Pre-market all down. That may help you out. This is early in the pre-market days, so give it some time here. But I wonder if this Yellen says Treasury is ready to take additional actions if warranted to stabilize banks. Crypto is banned in China, but Binance employees, yeah, whatever. No, that's not. This isn't the Yellen quote I was looking for. Let's see. Do they have it? Oh, banks ramp up use of new Fed facility created during crisis. Ooh, this should be interesting. Institutions borrowed 53.7 billion from the bank term funding programs as of Wednesday, up sharply from 11.9 billion last week. Another category of loans made mostly to charter banks to meet obligations to depositors and other expenses jumped as well. The borrowings surged to 179.8 billion from 142 billion last week. My God, like that's all inflationary as hell. So again, this is going to break eventually, but we don't know exactly when it's going to happen. I just hope it happens sooner rather than later because I'd rather just buy it, get it over with. And even if we're kind of down in the dumps for like a few months, let's just get it over with, right? Like remember we were kind of down in the dumps over here after FTX, and we were like, what the heck just happened? And now we're kind of at 30,000 all of a sudden, right? Gary G is an uncovered Bitcoin maxi, and that's fine by me. Crypto portfolio should be 80% Bitcoin. Gary G, excuse me. Shane, closer it gets to halving, the more Bitcoin will rise. It happens every 4 years. Yeah, but that hasn't happened in an economy like this before. That's what's so striking about it. I do think that halving is going to have a positive effect for sure, though. I'm just hoping that we get down to a good level to buy up even more at. Yeah, Mike, it could be a while. Bitcoin to go to 33K, 36, then 9, 14K could be brutal if not prepared. I mean, I don't like the brutality of it because that means that so many people are going to buy and be like, oh my God, Bitcoin's going back up. Then all of a sudden, boom. Oh my God, I just lost my life savings again, right? It's just going to be brutal for people. It always starts to rise a year before the halving so people can be in position for the halving. Yeah, but I don't know. I'm just more of a fundamental guy right now as far as the overall economy. But I'm hoping that the Fed can try to get inflation under control. I guess at this point, because so much money has gone to the banks, the federal balance sheet has all of a sudden had that really precipitous rise. I would like to see one more rate hike of 25, if not 50, and then pause, and then let's sit and kind of wait to see. Because as we can clearly see, the stock market is still hot. Everybody is still buying stuff. Inflation is still going. See, because they changed the definition of this, the core, like they changed what goes into the CPI report. It's misleading to people, and it makes people think things are going, prices are going down when it's not. And I truly hate that they did that. They were transparent about it, but the average person isn't going to understand that they changed the way that core CPI has actually been calculated, I guess, right? Because we still have to deal with this, and one of the things that most people, except for homeless, have to deal with is the rent inflation. And I always show you guys this because it demonstrates it perfectly. Look at that. Rent inflation is going up and up and up and up and up. Look at the 5-year here. Look at that. It went down in 2020 because everybody was moving out of the cities, right? And then all of a sudden, we went from 2%, or maybe I can go for a column here. Yeah. Went from around 2% to 8%, and we're still climbing. We are still climbing right now. So, it is just wild. And, and you can see it wherever you go. Like here. So if you go over here, I have some friends that live over here. Okay, yeah, over here. Okay, so I have some friends that live over there. Or I guess over there. But you go over here. These are what you might call nicer homes. Like if you go over here, you can see, I don't know, right? Nice little family homes, right? They're fairly large. Your average middle class house dwelling, right? Upper middle class, whatever. Nice little neighborhood. Right, I take Loki walking over here every now and again, and so, but yeah, over here you have some condo type areas, and over here you have some apartments. Madronas by Richmond, all right. So I don't even know how to do this, so maybe go to apartments.com. Okay, there we go, and let's go over here to. Why am I spelling this wrong? There we go. Go over to Graham, and I'll show you something that's like just insane. So you go over here. How do I change this? I don't look for apartments. Jesus, I don't know how to do this. Done. Okay, there we go. So there's the airport. Okay, we're driving over here. There should be apartments over here. That's okay, we'll find an apartment over here. Okay. Peak at sunrise. Okay, these apartments. All right. So this is a one bedroom, $2,100 for 879 square feet. Okay. Now let me remind you where this is. Now this is a nice new apartment, right? I'll get around. But this is $2,000 for one bath, one bed, 879 square feet. We go back over here to maps, Graham. Oh, geez, I'm just off with the spelling at all today. Okay, Graham, Washington. Back over here. All right, there we go. Okay, so that's over here, right? That's over here. Nice new apartment, right? But you're paying $2,000 for one bedroom. Seattle is all the way up here. The next biggest city, Tacoma, is all the way over here. You're down here. You're not even, this is like a half an hour drive over to the city. And they're trying to charge that much. Like, it is insane how bad rent is getting. And as long as people have to pay those prices, I mean, what else are they going to be spending the money on? Can you imagine if, like, just for you guys out there, can you imagine if your rent was just half of what it is now, but you were able to keep the quality because there's just so many more units out there? If the rent was just like, and I know half is a lot to say, but you can just imagine all the things you'd be spending that money on, whether it be savings, investments, going out to drink with friends, spurring it into the economy, right? Because rent is so expensive, people don't really have as much money to be going out and about. You know, like I told you, I have friends in Seattle that pay $2,000 for their place. I have a couple of friends that pay $4,000 a bucks for their place because they're nice, but it's $4,000, right? And hey, Tony, what do you call scammers? The Fed, or the people making the core CPI. I wonder if sell in May and go away works 3 years in a row. I mean, it would be interesting. Like, I'm still expecting a larger drop to happen in Q3 or Q2 or Q3. We're about to head into Q2 after this month, and you know, we'll see if my prediction is right. But maybe tomorrow I can actually, because I'm about to end the stream here because I got to go make my sister dinner. Remember, mom's at the hospital, so I need to watch her. But we should do a talk and see. I lost my train of thought right here. When you think the market will have a turnaround or something like that, I forget my train of thought. Sorry guys. I was thinking of something juicy to say, but I forgot. More people are getting into cryptocurrency. The adoption curve keeps rising. Oh yeah, as long as crypto is still in the news, it'll be fine. And especially like this week where crypto was up on the move and you saw the banking crisis going worse, everybody's like, oh, maybe I should own a little bit of money in Bitcoin. And I think, remember, you guys always have to remember this. We are pre-regulation still. Because there's not enough regulation or not enough confidence in cryptocurrency right now, it hasn't been mass adopted yet. Everything you buy right now in the long term is still going to be vastly better as long as it's a solid project. Vastly give you really good returns over time, in my opinion, right? Most shitcoin investors buy not knowing what they're buying. Projects are just startup penny stocks. Yeah, pretty much. It's like what they said on the Wolf of Wall Street. Pretty much that, right? But yeah, CP lie. The CP. Oh, maybe the what do you call inflation? Yeah. What do you call it? Definitely does bother people that they change the numbers. But again, they're government bureaucracy and they alerted everybody to the change, but nobody listens because the media, like, they talk about it, but nobody understands what it means, right? And when the media does talk about it, they say it's just a small little tweak here, it's a little small little tweak there, but when you're taking the most the things that are contributing the most to inflation, you're kind of taking those things off, it does have a larger impact, I would say. So, okay, everybody, I'm gonna call it a night right now. I gotta go make my sister some dinner. I hope to see you guys tomorrow, and thanks for all the well wishes for my mom. I'll tell you guys how her surgery goes tomorrow. I'm pretty sure it'll just be fine. And then from there, I will see you guys Friday, then Saturday, then Sunday.